Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Spinning Out of Orbit. Last session, a lot of combos happened, and a lot of shit happened, and this session is going to be a lot of the aftermath of that. And also, there was,
spoilers.
oh my goodness. There's also one loose end that I forgot to tie up at the end of last end that we're going to be tying up at the end of this session. So, without further ado. Oh, you're I'm bawling, I'm faded. Yeah, ain't that
Follow me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, get it right.
Joseph F's ballin'.
I'm going to hurt you.
Okay. As I will begin proper. Let me just get the map set up.
Me when I map.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Game, set, map.
Game, set, MatPat.
Okay, tell me when you can hear the music.
Hello, internet. Welcome to Map 3.
Here.
There it goes.
Alright, shush.
Whoa.
A story bound through time and space. A golden crown that hides the face. Blinding those who bear its weight, they see paradise in truth's wake. Fueled by desperation and pain, their own humanity will be slain. This golden curse still rings true. You break the crown, or it breaks you. As the story echoes out through history again and again, we find its latest iteration in the medical ward. As I will get another song.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, the dots on the artist like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Derek! You have been in a state of recovery after being mauled by that monster. Liam is sort of looking over and giving you a report. Well, you seem to be recovering. You won't be able to walk for a little bit, but the black ichor that is running through your veins seems to be repairing you. You can tell there is deep bags in his eyes as he is coming to regret many of his life choices. He's like, "All right, I'm taking a smoke break.
No,
Here's a
not
medical school.
Not in the
You do that.
As a medical professional, no.
It's like, are you sure you're going to be taking a smoke break in the med bay? No, that's why I'm leaving the med bay. Jesus. This place is a goddamn circus. As he leaves. Amelie's been sort of just waiting around you. Partially to comfort you, but also out of paranoia, considering that you were in a weakened state, and if one more thing happens, you might be in danger of actually being killed.
Hello.
So, how are you feeling?
A bit better. Thanks.
You don't look a bit better.
Well, I'm sure I'll be fine in a few days. Give or take.
There's a shift of expression on your face. Let me play something a little more sad. Let's do this. No, not this one, not this one, not this one, the other one.
The other.
There's a sigh. She looks at you and she sees the same lies that she's peddled herself. Look, you don't need to pretend that you're okay.
And I assure you, I'm fine.
No, No, man. You're not fine. You're dealing with forces beyond your comprehension, and you're currently being stitched back together by one. We're anything but fine. Why is it so hard for you to admit that?
Because I'm fine. I trust this god.
Why? Think about it. What have they ever done for us? They've given us power, but they've also changed us, rooted inside our minds. Why are
They're
you
just sort
so
of stay silent?
faithful to him?
They,
Look, it's
well,
even before this, you were talking a whole lot about being perfect, but she sort of takes a step. There's a moment of silence. Look, recently somebody reached out to me. They gave me a chance to actually talk about how I'm feeling. They pushed through all of the lies, and I want to be that person for you. Look, whatever you're going through, if it ever gets to be too much, please just talk to me.
I see.
She looks towards you. I don't really make promises. I'm not a person with a lot of confidence, but I promise you we're gonna make it through. She gestures towards the room, whatever this is, together. Okay?
Yeah, we'll make it through this.
She steps out, closes the door, wanting to give you some time and some privacy to really think over what she said to you. And you hear another voice. One that is decidedly less comforting. Hello, darling.
Hello there. What do you want?
It's not what I want, it's what we all want. You offered to help during that job. To get that, our new puppet off of that barren rock and onto some steadier ground. Once you're patched up, well, we need to find an excuse to slip out.
True.
If, well, you're currently assumed to be in a hospital bed.
Yes.
If we can, let me change the music to.
If you'll excuse me, I forgot to turn off my notification sounds.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna pause real quick.
Alright.
I'm sure it'll all.
I'm gonna change it to a little more jovial now that our favorite boy is back.
Mac and cheese, man.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. This is the team of
The team of
mac and cheese. The theme
The
of mac and
team.
cheese.
The official Kraft mac and cheese theme song.
Well, as
It's the official Kraft Mac and Cheese cheem song.
you see this sort of ghostly figure clap his hands as you see sort of some of the ichor that's flowing through your veins almost spill out and become this odd blob, as for a moment it looks like this inky mass and then solidifies into a body double. If we can do a bit of a switcheroo.
I see.
Now, walking around with your injuries, it's
Gonna be quite
No.
the pain. Quite literally.
yes, but I'll be sure to give you a helping hand in getting you upright, as you feel that ichor almost like move another force in your body as your legs forcibly prop up. Not
Why
of
are
your
there
own
two?
volition.
Why are there two?
Making a body double,
yeah.
as
But,
this
like,
one...
Why am they all force selected for me?
Oh, I don't know why. That's odd.
Just being weird, I guess.
As,
Wait, all
several...
four?
You see almost like an explosion of, like, black and red gore, of this thing's chest as it then collapses back into, your bed, mimicking how you looked before. Now,
Didn't even know that you could make clones.
darling, I can do anything. Now,
Really?
let's get to work. As you two take a step out of the medbay and onto a ship. Elsewhere, let's do... Think about what theme to do. My goodness, oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Excuse me.
How about this one? Yeah, this works. Okay. A woman in the tunnels is
Nope.
pacing.
Nope. No token in the scene which gives me visibility in the area.
Oh, fuck, okay,
I got
let me
it, I
fix
got
it.
I can like see the lights.
Oh, no, there we go, there we go.
All the lights.
A woman is pacing back and forth in the tunnels, thinking it over. It was supposed to be simple. It was supposed to be oh so simple. Stop that puppeting Harper's suit and then get out. Slip away like she had always done. Just make a portal and leave. This isn't how she normally rolls. She moves too quickly for people to really form attachments, but she curls her foot. It seems her mark's already been left on this place. She bites down, swallowing her fears. Alright, kid. As Verity... Where is it? It's in the hallways.
Enter Verity.
Where... Here's the map. You see a woman pop out of the vents, as she is wont to do. Alright, kid. You wanted that brain surgery, right?
Sorry.
That's alright. Well,
I want this, I think.
alright. That's a start. Okay. Look, it's not easy cutting her out of your life, but I promise you it's worth it.
Alright.
As you two head off into Verona's lab.
Pardon.
Okay. As Sulex, your friend Jamie has once again requested. Oh, that's not the theme I want.
Great theme in it.
Here it is. Your friend Jamie has once again requested you look at another crime scene.
Again.
Or
One
two.
second.
As
Again!
again,
still like.
as
fuck
you
up.
two are looking. Actually, no. You guys would have gone back through the tunnels as to avoid suspicion. So this is where it happened.
We
you
haven't
you haven't
switched.
switched our map.
I haven't switched the map. Fuck. I'm losing it.
They just didn't clean the blood.
It's been. I will say, for the record, it's been a couple hours after the incident happened.
Oh.
Everything's
so I'm
went
still
down.
like heavily injured. That's really funny.
I will say you
Yeah,
did
you're
get
chilly.
some medical treatment, but Liam just is like has been really busy and was mostly focusing on Derek's wounds. You are, for the purposes of RPing, healed, but you are still you're feeling kind of out of it. You're really tired.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your machinery has been working around the clock to patch you up.
So it's been a few hours, so the blood's probably dried.
Yes, the blood is dry. I've been so busy. I haven't been giving this the proper attention. So I figure we need to nip this in the bud now. Like, if we keep letting him run around, or leading them run around, more people are gonna get hurt.
Well, we know it was a gunshot, which gets us somewhere. Let's start thinking about this. So, I think we could trust each other to not be the killer. We can also
Nods. Well-
trust... Yes.
You can tell Jamie was like going at a scene of like, okay, how did this crime scene play out? And you're like going more general witnesses. So it's like, no, she gives you like she was about to like start into like a whole like rant, but no, she's like, okay, let's narrow down our suspects first.
So, can't be you or me. Can't be your wife, obviously.
She looks,
Well,
yeah.
Silence like gives a momentary pause to that.
It's
Seems like
look, I love her, but she does have family, and if this traitor is doing these actions because they're being blackmailed, then she isn't off the table. I'd hate it. Especially since we're in so deep in our own little project, but it's still a possibility.
fun.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah,
about
it's
that?
real fun.
What about the pirate? Winston?
Well, she thinks. Maybe, though it would mean that their inspection was a whole lot of theatrics. But we also need to be thinking about people who would have been able to know about the current state of everybody on this station, the gods, so to speak. They were presumably the one who called in the board members.
Well, this is probably my personal bias speaking, but I don't think it could be Liam. Doesn't seem the type.
No? The dude seems to care an awful lot about his Donovan. If they were threatening the ship's integrity, it's... No, Donovan's gone.
Donovan's gone. Exactly.
There's a moment of silence, just feeling the weight of now 3 people of the station that aren't here. 4 if you include Verona.
And also, because Donovan and Mike have been gone, they're out. I think the Grease Monkeys could have done it.
The Grease Monkeys? They were near the generator, but we... I mean, we have Jacob's account that they were down there during the,
True. I mean, can they even shoot? I don't think I've seen one of them pick up a gun.
No, but they could just be playing dumb. Can I... I do have some ideas.
Go right ahead.
Well, on closer inspection, the cloak that they had used is really just a bunch of stitched together old towels. It's the ones we've used to clean up vomit. It's not, look, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
And they would have gotten it during the laundry room, so it doesn't really narrow it down, but this blood splatter does. As, I will... It's going in this direction, right?
Hmm.
It means that Echo would have had to been shot at an upwards angle, meaning that places our traitor somewhere down here.
Hmm.
Though, most likely at that angle.
Yeah. Seems about right.
There's
So-
been... No, she gestures for you to go.
And given the position of the table, unless they vaulted over it or went around and pushed that chair out of the way, we would see like footprints in the blood splatter when I ran up here. I followed the blood trail, so they either went back down the way they came, which would have been unlikely. We would have probably seen them, or they went through the
Silex.
vent.
Silex, you, immediately, you see a lot of footprints, because people were basically going over the crime scene, like, people were sprinting.
Mhm.
Give me a smarts roll, and then do this a plus, 3, because you are using, you have enhanced cybernetic eyes, you can make it out. Okay.
20.
20.
This is a 20. There are a couple footprints. People were generally careful about going across the scene, but obviously there was some extras. But you can see specifically Echo's boot print and another set of boot prints. While that doesn't narrow it down a whole lot, you can, because it's not in the full body. So a lot of people in this station wear boots, combat boots,
Mhm.
because I think they look cool. This is the GM speaking. But you can tell there are 2 sets here that are older than the rest.
So one is Echo's, one is the culprits.
But there's been something that's nagging on my mind. It's... Echo went into the vents, right?
No, she followed up blood this way, towards the end of the hallway.
No, but
Yeah.
into the vents that way.
Yeah.
Into the
Into
vents in the
that way,
lobby.
yes.
Why not this set?
If I'm remembering correctly, I think Jacob told me they were trying to get to the crystal room.
Yeah, but there might have been another thing. The person who shot the gun was standing here in the way. This still would have worked as a roundabout route, but if the person is standing here, it means they didn't go backwards. Now, given they might have dived into the vent, but she sort of glances over. Have you checked if there are any noticeable older footprints in these?
Yeah, there's 2 sets. One that I'm pretty sure is Echo's, and then the other that is our culprits. Still looks like points to them.
Well, during the investigation, if they had gone upwards, in the lobby, they could have gone into the vents and gone around, but unless they were very quick about it, they would have been noticed climbing out of the vents. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I think I do, but go on.
Our culprit could have only existed in the above space. A roundabout trip could have been necessary, but we basically had them cornered. Which leaves our suspects. There is me. There is Noel.
Get him a key art for-
There's Winston. And there's Derek. Or another third party, somebody who had found a secret route or passage. It's not me. I don't think it's me. Unless Orbit is doing some new mind control, which is not a comforting thought. I mean, she sort of puts hand on her shoulder. There's something I've been keeping to myself.
Sex turns to their head.
As she puts herself as a candidate back on the little list, and I will bring us to another map. In my office, at around after the generator had gone out the first time, where we assume the traitor made their move, I found my office unlocked. And I found some of my papers strewn about. They had tried to put it back together neatly, but something felt off. They would have been able to see the room in the cameras, but it just sets me the wrong way. This person, if I am being puppeted like this, if more than one person is being puppeted like this, then it means that they have access to all of our information.
Well, unless Venoro is in cahoots with Orbit Company, then I don't think Derek can be puppeted. Venoro's presence in Derek's mind would shut them out. Unless Orbit can puppet God, in which case, well, that would be bad. We'd have bigger problems.
Then we have bigger problems to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. But that still leaves you, your wife, and Winston.
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 To be fully honest, I don't think it is him. For no logical reason, but rather than he's just been too useful. Getting us...
What motivation would he have? I mean, do you know if he has any family or anything?
No, but the whole pirate thing could be an act. His friends getting hauled away to Orbit, to wherever Orbit's sending them, could be, I guess, a ploy, them actually being actors or in cahoots. But I'm not really good at reading people's emotions, but he sounded genuine. The thing I'm thinking about is... well,
already bring us the God Killers.
my thoughts exactly. Unless they're trying to stage some sort of... unless they're trying to stage some sort of story where we went out or some godforsaken reason, I just don't see why he'd do it.
That's too many variables.
So, the thing I'm thinking about is what other... well, we have a couple other incidents. We have the traitor in question Actually, I have a question. Did you tell Jamie at this point about your encounter with your first trip into the void portal and your into that like place with the Oxeye Walker in session 2?
Yes. I have to
Okay.
about that.
Well, based on what we know about the void things, somebody closed your entryway there.
Yes.
That's our first incident. The second one is who called the Orbit Board members into this station. And the third is who took out the generator. So, do we have anybody that was unaccounted for in that time?
Silex tries to remember, but their brain is just fogged with the throbbing pain of their injuries and the whole absurdity of the situation. They can't quite remember.
Give me a smarts roll with. Actually, no. We'll save that for later. As. Hold on. As it's like, well, Noel was making dealings with the pirates at the time, and well, Winston was supposedly at his ship. Though Noel could have, in that time, slinked off somewhere else.
Silex thinks about their earlier point about Benoro and Derek. It rules out Derek being a suspect as a subject of mind control, but it doesn't rule them out as the culprit entirely. Jamie, do you remember what Benoro's domains were? Like what he the god is? What he's the god of?
Glory, heroes, and lies? Okay, well, it does mark some suspicion against him, but... well, he could be secretive in other ways. We know he hates to tell the truth about how he's actually doing. He seems incredibly repressed. Do we have anything concrete? Any moments where we lost track of him?
A few times. I remember... I remember he was up in that room, points like to like north end of the hallway. I remember he was up there when the gunshot went off. And came up and
Yeah.
saw him in that room. And also just... what was his backstory again? When he came to the station?
He was one of the first people here. He hasn't really told us much about himself. Again,
Oh.
he's mysterious, but so is Verona.
Always
And-
recording shit, too.
Give me a smarts roll. Oh!
Jesus Christ.
As you start storing back through memories, what counts as suspicious? You remember, during the pirate raid, you had given each and every one of them trackers, ways to keep tabs on them in case anything bad happened.
Yeah.
You know specifically, you remember, while you were in the main lobby and where the elevator was, you remember seeing Derek's signal go dark as he was venturing in the tunnels. Amelie had given reports of him looking cut up, having scratches all over his face, with the claim that a Lightbringer had attacked him midway, broken the tracker, and that's why he was unresponsive. But your mind, it's almost photographic at this point. Vincentis changes sort of changing the way you even remember things. It's photographic. You knew exactly how many Lightbringers were on there, but something is wrong. There was one Lightbringer that was left unaccounted for. One that you found wandering in Verona's lab.
Token in the scene.
Ah, shit, hold on.
It's still loading.
Yeah, it's still loading for us, but yeah.
There we go.
If he was attacked by a Lightbringer, then there was either an extra one brought onto the ship, but at that point it seems quite unlikely.
Besides, that tracker, it's tiny. I don't think the Lightbringers were coordinated enough to specifically break it.
As I bring us back here. And, well, he could have potentially been nearby when Zilix was... when you had opened that portal, I had looked through the cameras and Derek had gone with Harper to look at the footage from that first, well, what started all of this. He was only a couple rooms over.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
I have a gut feeling he's no longer in the medbay.
Yeah. Before you go, she has this moment, and he was the person. He was the person who gloated all about the series of events that we had seen at the bar when we first got back. He wasn't just being arrogant, he was creating suspects.
Love that.
And here it is. A man who had, through all of the chaos, remained undetected. Through all of the chaos, he managed to sneak through it all. Because he listened and he held true to one fact. Because when all the cameras were on him, when all of the eyes of the world bared down on him, he remembered to do one thing. He remembered to keep on a pretty face and smile. And that is where we will take our first break.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
And we are back. Okay. Let's do... What's a good set? Yeah, this... As... Back the Shepherd's League. I will bring us all there. There has just been a long silence. As... Bravo, you've done all the parts you can, you're making sure that Echo's stable, but at this point, there's not much else you can do. What is it?
Just doing routine checkup.
You've already done 5. I don't know what else there is to see.
You never know. Never know.
Bravo. Was I a good leader? Like, at all?
A good leader?
Yeah.
Sure you were. One mistake doesn't make you a bad leader.
But just getting people hurt? This... If we had just gone in with the mission of getting her to here, then she might not even be in this state. It's because of my call that she's like this.
second wolf regretting it do anything to help you?
Ignoring it won't.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can keep doing it.
Being a leader?
Being here at all. I went in with this plan to be the competent one, the one that makes the hard decisions. And I failed spectacularly at that. What are we even gonna do if whatever Orbit's planning actually succeeds? If that energy isn't stopped? Sitting here in this isolated hole isn't gonna do anything.
That's exactly what Donovan said.
Then how do we go forward? You call him Donovan. he is like, yeah, his name's Donovan. You can just go down. You can just say Donovan.
What was the last sentence he said?
It's like, it's Delta, but you can just call me Donovan.
No, I meant like as Tango.
Oh, I see what you were now asking. I didn't cut out. I don't know what the next step is, and more importantly, I don't know how to tell everybody else what to do, or even if I should tell them.
Okay. I see. Maybe it's time for you to take a step back as leader. Let someone
what I've
else handle it for a while, at least.
It's what I was thinking about doing. It's what I was gonna tell them. It's just... She sort of looks out toward the edge of this bubble, that inky abyss seemingly going on forever. I just don't know if I should even be here.
Why wouldn't you?
Because when I'm here, this happens to people. She points at Echo.
How many times has this happened?
Once. But I've only actually had to be in the stakes once for it to happen.
Consider it a learning experience. Yep.
I know.
Do what you did today. Next time.
I just... Look. I don't know if I can keep leading you people, but even being here, it's... If somebody... If you can feel me about to do something stupid and irrational, can you make me take a step back?
Of course I can.
And can you come with me while I tell everybody?
Sure.
I don't want to do it alone. As she takes a step forward, walks across this glass-like water. Hello, everybody. She turns to look. this last mission was a disaster, and I formally... No, that's not right. Look. I fucked up. I failed you. I failed each and every single one of you. And I am stepping down as the leader, or as the person making the calls. I can't trust... I don't expect you to trust me to be that person. And I don't trust myself to be that person either. She just sort of sits down. I don't know what the mission directives are anymore. But I'm open to ideas. She sort of... Romeo, as you're hearing this, how does all of this news hit you?
Romeo kind of just like, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, not a lot, like, he's had experiences with leaders making bad calls in the past, and has seen a couple of them react in similar ways. But right now, Romeo just raises his hand and asks, so, who is taking over now? Who's the new leader of the team?
I was leading with Foxtrot, but I don't even know if we need to have any one person in charge. Like, I mean, we can have a tactician or a person who organizes us, but I have no direction in who makes the calls, and frankly, I don't even know if I should be the one to choose to make that choice of who makes the calls.
Understandable. Anybody else want to turn?
Did anyone?
Julia just sort of
Any takers?
looks and...
Wait, is Mike meant to be here?
Where is he? No. Mike has just, like, gone off on, like, war recon. Some people are out. It's... Tango looks towards Harper, the person who was the toughest on her during her crisis.
Harper looks back. What?
Can we talk? Away from this. Just by the shore.
I think still that'd be in earshot of everyone else, though.
Tango's like,
we'll pretend not to listen.
some privacy, please. As Juliet goes to like meet up with Mike. Okay. Tango grabs one of the rocks here and skips it across this water. It eventually hits the outside of the bubble and it separates, creating its own little space in the void. I fucked up.
Yes. Glad you recognize that at least.
It's... Echo did some digging into who you guys were. You were a military Commander. Navy person?
Do you know how many officers I've seen delude themselves every single day?
How many?
Too many. It's a reality of this sort of thing. You have to check your emotion at the door. But people say that they do, that they're only here to serve one cause. Well, you can't do something like Harper thinks back to her pushing the button on destroying the planet. You can't do something like call for deaths in such a manner without emotion playing into some aspect of it. People have the idea of a cold-hearted tactician at the top, only making a logical choice, but you can't separate your emotions from it, because that's who you are.
Maybe I never was meant to lead.
When you
But-
deal in life and death, emotions, it's not as simple as trying to suppress them. You have to listen, and you have to manage. You can't pretend they don't exist. Only doing so will bottle it up and will do something that you regret.
Were there any times you failed your people?
My people.
How did you...
No.
How...
Other people. Yes.
How do you walk it back? How do you make amends?
Sometimes you don't. Most times you don't. You just have to live with what you did. No one's going to come and serve justice for you. Living with the thing that you did has to be penance on its own. You can't ask someone for closure.
I wish that when I first got here, I had somebody like you.
I mean, better late than never, I guess.
She has been sitting down, her legs about knee deep in the water.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to figure out if me being here is... Actually, I'm trying to figure out if me being here is something worthwhile. Or if they're better off without me.
Where would you go?
Away. This expanse of fragments of places. There's a lot of space to run.
Well, being in your own bubble isn't going to help anyone, least of all yourself. You should feel bad, but you should not let that stop you from doing your job.
I don't think I'm suited to have this job. I mean,
How did you get?
I could... Luck. When I first got here, I
Right.
was scared and alone, but Foxtrot found me. She points up to that being of blue flame standing upon the rock. He He said he wanted to be out here to help people, and I nodded along. It's all we ever wanted to do. Our goal here is just to pick up stragglers.
That's how you became leader. How did you stay leader? What convinced everyone else that you were right for this? It can't have been nothing.
She paused. It was the emotionlessness, she puts two of her arms. My experience is a previous leader of a ship. I didn't tell them about. She looks back.
You can try and tell yourself that it was your experience, or you're emotionless. But being a leader, you have to convince people to do things. You have to get people to want the same thing. You have to unite people under some front. And I think you forgot that you still can unite people.
This person, you can feel her flinch. It's hold on, grabbing a map.
Harper steps closer. But never forget, you have to love those you're saving more than you hate your enemies.
We touched on that one.
What did you say, sir?
We taught you that lesson.
Nobody. I had to figure it out.
She
If you hate your enemies more than you love your allies, you just become another unyielding, calculated, unfeeling force. You can't neglect your feelings, but you have to remember who you're fighting for. Even more, you hate the people who are doing this.
He looks at you. There's some tears welling in her eyes, and you can tell this is a woman who ever. Oh,
What?
that was Chase Marion. I assume they had to go. We'll keep going. This is a person who, ever since they got here, has reiterated the lesson in their head that their emotions, their heart, is what hurts people. It's that when that prior ship, when she made that gullible mistake, that she needed to be that cold, calculated person, and even still, she was still holding those walls, but now finally they break down. With all four of her arms, she embraces you in a hug.
Oh, Harper looks back.
And Harper, as you feel this embrace, this moment of tenderness in a world that can seem so unforgiving and relentless, you try and hold on to this memory, but even here, her name slips, and in a moment, you're back in that room.
Harper looks out the window.
A vast expanse of empty stars. You could feel like if you could walk out there, that anything beyond your sight wouldn't exist.
That there's a planet-shaped hole in space. She keeps thinking about, if it weren't me, it would be somebody else. But it did did have to be her. Because who else could delude themselves to such a high degree that they disconnect themselves from the lives they're taking?
You see a distorted face on the other side of the glass. It was another person not worth remembering. This, you can feel that anger, the hatred of your enemy, the words you said echo out. This person was a lot younger than you during the time of that attack. Yet in that moment, she commanded her people with... You don't know how she did it. But this was the person that beat you. There, you can look in her eyes, there was so much hatred in her heart. But you could also feel the love for all of those people down there.
She loved her allies more than she hated her enemies.
There was no person that taught you that lesson. It was a whole world of people. A whole world of people crying and living and dying around you that burned that message into your skull. And as this being walks up to the glass, she holds a hand out to it, and it starts to...
Harper takes a reflexive step back.
And it starts to crack. This face... You see, as one by one, the scars begin to rip into her skin. The very own wounds you placed on her. Except they grow wider and wider until they are gaping holes of rot, and you see another face. There's a snarl and a whisper. Did you think you could run? Did you think those machines could save you?
Harper doesn't say anything, but takes another step back.
You said you had to love. Where is your love for me? Was I not real? Was my suffering not real?
Like, Harper's trying to stay calm, but like her voice is like trembling. Half to leave, and she backs into the wall. The door is not opening.
I'm going to make you suffer just as much as I have. As you can feel the rot beginning to sweep in. Not even here in your own mind are you safe, as you can feel your body start to rapidly age, your mind falling apart at the seams. And you feel yourself being tightly held.
Harper starts to shake. Like her limb, she starts
Yeah.
just
Yes.
trembling.
I'm moving to another scene.
Oh.
Let me. What's a more okay?
I'm a fan of Doomed Years.
Yes. Yes.
They made one of the gods a yandere. Can't have shit.
Yep.
Can't have shit in orbit.
Harper, you're crying, and are you all right?
Harper
I-
wipes. Harper Harper steps back a little, and clears her eyes. I'm fine. It is so
No.
clear. It is so clearly a lie.
No, look. You just walked me off of that ledge. I was about to leave this place forever. No, I'm not letting you suffer in silence. As you feel this primal urge to take off your suit. Something's clawing at your face.
Oh boy. It's not in character. I'm just.
Yes. Yeah.
Harper.
As
I guess takes off the suit.
you look at your face, it looks. At first, you think it looks fine, but there's
Like she
a
looks
moment.
at, she like holds her helmet in her hands and like looks at her reflection in the visor.
You start to notice there are a couple wrinkles that weren't there the last time you checked.
Harper like
Your hair is a little more gray.
Harper touches under her eyes where like little creases of like little crow's feet have begun.
And you check your shoulder, and you see it almost looks like an infected piece of skin, but you see a mark burned into your shoulder. It looks like the same symbols you saw when you were going through the halls of that bunker, the one that represented Hayat. Hey, we can have Bravo look at you.
Yes, let's do that.
Bravo.
Bravo.
She calls out. Oh, are they not here? Oh, they're not.
Oh,
Character
Here,
blunder.
Lady J, share your stream, because they're currently on their phone.
Oh,
Yes.
who is? No.
Chase Variant.
Ooh-loo-loo.
should we move Bravo down?
Oh, they're typing in chat.
Oh, oh, Tur.
Well, we can end this scene here as you were given medical attention. We can pick this back up later.
Like we just call for weapons or
Yep.
Yeah.
Medical
As-
attention.
You can feel your that weight, that you're no longer isolated. You're in fact being carried. All four of her arms propping you up. Even though this moment is scary, there is one comfort that you're not in this alone, and that you're whatever's going to happen, you're going to make it through together. As Silex, you find your boots running through running down the hall, but Jamie calls you to stop.
Are we on the map?
Yes, I'm gonna bring you there.
Ooh boy. Should we
All the-
delete all of the
all the
phantoms?
Yes.
the candidates.
Silex,
Yep.
we can't do it.
What do you mean?
The reason Orbit isn't fully waging war on us is because we're being used. Derek's been on all of the core missions. They've been the one investigating. We're only being kept alive because we're useful to them.
So if we killed Derek, we're no longer useful.
Exactly.
Silex doesn't know what to do. Every fiber of their brain, every neuron, every connection acknowledges that that's rational, that makes sense. But the little scared animal in their chest that's kept them alive more times than they can count tells them that they should do it, but they can't risk it. So You just keep him alive, keep an eye on him.
You can see, Jamie, even though she's been exhausted, you can see she's been keeping a strong face. She's been on top of things. She's been tactical. She's been making the calls. But here, you can see her begin to break. It's on this table. She looks again at that blood splatter. Let me get a sadder theme. Yeah. Let's do... No, not that.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. We still... All of this work, and we're still under their thumb. I've been planning a revolt for months, for my entire life, just to make a difference, and even now, we're nothing more than just a tool, a pawn. Even our investigations, the relationship hasn't changed.
There is one thing. When the shepherds attacked, the guy left with the condition that we wouldn't continue communications until we figured out who the mole was. We know who the mole is. We just can't deal with them. But we could reach out to them. And if we get an opportunity to easily take out Derek, we could probably broker a deal with the Shepherds League to transfer ourselves to wherever their base of operations is. Won't be easy, you know. We did basically get one of their people killed, but it could be done. They hate Orbit just as much as we do.
What were you talking about the mole getting in touch with them?
When Romeo left, we like made the agreement. It's like, yeah, we're not going to talk to each other until we find the mole. You know?
And what if there's somebody else there? Can we even trust them? It's
What options do we have?
I'm tired, Silix. I'm so tired of... Look, you were... You were there while I was working those long nights, but... Here, can you mute up? Dog.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't with me in the struggle. I've been deep in this. What if they have eyes everywhere? They feel inescapable.
Well, if they do or don't have eyes everywhere, how does that change your course of action? How does that change what you can do? It's either we sit here with a mole on our ship who we know is capable of using violence and who has a literal god lending them power, or we take a risk, we talk to the Shepherd League. Hey, if Orbit is somehow omniscient, then we get crushed while we try to make that move. But if they aren't, then we have a chance. What I'm saying is, if we don't try, then Orbit will have the upper hand on us. If we do try, they might still have the upper hand on us, but they also might not. All we can do is try.
All I've... She hesitates. You can tell it's not the logic that's driving her right now. What you're saying is true, and she understands about that, but there's something deeper. It's this deep fear that Orbit's power is infinite. And while she walks with you, it's still weighing on her. Do you know what you're gonna do after all of this? After all of this ends?
No. Haven't really thought about it.
Hello?
I-
Can you
hi.
hear me?
I'm back.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Also, Lady J, you should maybe find out me now because I don't hear the dogs.
They've been muted.
I'm saying you can unmute.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Because of the dogs.
Yes.
What
Because
the
the
dogs
dogs.
doing?
Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
So that's gonna be going on the entire
You might
time.
want to
Uh,
mute now.
I will say, Chase, you have no more scenes in this session. You should be just fine to mute up. Don't.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, we continue.
Back to serious mode.
I don't know if I can keep. I've been doing nothing but trying, and it's weighing on me. I don't. I don't know how long I can keep blindly trusting a world where things can happen, where a difference can be made. I've been fighting these incredibly stacked odds, and we're still trapped. I know it's the smart thing to do to try, but I hate it, but sometimes it's tempting to just sit down and wait for the apocalypse to come.
I get what you mean. It's how I felt with the songbirds for a while. Was gonna lose my sense of self, may as well be comfortable, be lied to in a way that sounded nice while it was happening. But eventually, I guess I just kind of got sick of sitting around waiting for the worms in my head to eat my brain alive.
Jamie looks at you, her eyes staring almost into your soul. I know earlier I asked you to be with us in terms of in a tactical sense, that you would help our plans and our agenda. But can I ask you to carry on when I can't? Can I trust you to keep trying even when I feel like it's pointless?
Of course. That was my plan anyway.
Thank
If
you.
I can't do what needs to be done here, I have nothing.
Look, I know times are bad, but she looks, it's for a brief moment she's forgotten why she was actually fighting, why she kept any of this going. But she remembers it, and her determination is restored. And she says, "Look, it's why we do any of this is that we can have a world tomorrow. And I know your circumstances are not ideal, but I promise to try and make a world where you can live in too. All of this trying, all this fighting, all this beating the odds isn't going to matter if we don't know why we're fighting at all.
True. Celix thinks all of this talk of tomorrow, future. Celix has wasted away 2 decades of their life to a cult, to wallowing in their own pain and self-pity. And now, only now, with a god in their mind and the ability to consume consciousnesses, do they finally feel like they can do something. But even if they beat that monster in their head, Celix doesn't know if there's an end to this tunnel. In this moment, Celix isn't fighting to have a day after sitting on some beach or in a forest somewhere thinking that it's all over. No. Celix is doing this because it's the only thing that they have. This is the only thing that carries meaning anymore. This is... Celix thinks it's wrong to think of it this way, but it's the only thing that's fun anymore. Fun might not be the best way to put it, but if Celix could snap their fingers, teleport themselves away to some distant galaxy where orbit is nothing but a distant group of people yelling at each other, all of this was irrelevant, and they could sit down in some wooden shack and do anything that their heart desires, they wouldn't even think about doing it. Because it just wouldn't mean anything.
You look at Jamie, the words aren't connecting, but you can tell that through all of it, she's trying to say, I'm trying to create a world where things can mean more than this. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for everybody. As those words are left unsaid, she gives a nod. In that case, I think I need to talk to the Shepherd's League. As from her pocket, she holds that shard in her hand. As she makes a wish to herself that I want to speak with the Shepherd's League, and it unfurls into another opening. To a land far beyond what that company knows. She looks to you, Celix, one final time, waiting for any objections.
Have fun doing more bureaucracy.
Thanks. You walked up to her.
Listen. When this is over, not if, when this is over. Don't be concerned about me. Be concerned about yourself and what you want to do. As far as I'm concerned, I don't need to see the tree grown to make myself plant the sapling.
Roll
I
charisma
don't
for me.
know.
Oh, no, sorry, you keep going if you have
I
more.
don't know if my time has passed, whatever that means, but I know that I can use what I have left to make everything right. Fuck!
You look towards her, and her face is unreadable as she takes a step into that abyss and disappears.
Face went -2 charisma. Hate my life. Fuck my chud life.
The dice tell a story.
The the dice tell a story of not actually random number generating.
As there is one lead you have, one way you can still try. As this portal closes behind you, you do have that Lightbringer.
Silex looks for that connection again.
Alright. As I will say, you do need to be in the room.
Yeah. Go to the... Silex makes their
As
way
it-
towards Verona's lab.
As you make your way there. In Verona's lab.
In Verona's lab.
This is the final scene. Actually, no, it's the second and final scene. I lied.
Lied to me. Lying to me. Chronically.
Let me get some stuff set up. Do. Let me just get a song. Let's do this. Nah, it's too energetic. We need something a little slower. As Verity, you make your way into Verona's lab. Alright. What did they do to this place? Huh? What is it?
What did they do? I don't know, what was it like before?
It was a lot cleaner, I'll tell you that much. There wasn't points that thing.
I mean, it's one of those light bulbs, right?
Yes. What, did they want to take one for a pet project?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Them?
Alright, fair enough. As, you see a panel go, and this thing is slammed against the wall unceremoniously, still functioning, but thoroughly out of the way. Okay. You see panels and stuff starting to get set up, and as you see a operating table sort of emerge from the ground. I don't have a asset, so I'm just gonna do some shitty drawing.
MS Paint
There.
Rectangle.
MS Paint rectangle.
Let's go!
There we
Sensor
go.
bar.
Realize down on.
Okay. She sort of looks at you, is like, I'm sorry about attacking you again. That was not my finest moment.
Don't say.
Yeah, okay. She's sort of filing. You see her hand turn into like a variety of different scalpels and devices. As you, some straps, wrap around your arms and legs. You are now restrained. Don't worry. This is just in case if she tries to, interfere.
I don't think she's listening. She hasn't talked to me in forever.
Yeah, I didn't think she was listening either, but it's not ever that easy.
Do you think she cares about me? I don't think so.
She-
mean, only so far as she cares about that, like, the technology. I don't know.
She sort of looks. I'm gonna be real with you, kid. I think she sees myself in you. And I think she's not handling that very well. So I need to make sure that she doesn't try and strangle me with your body. Okay. Now
What?
let's
She would do that?
She has done that.
Um,
Not with your body, mind you, but others.
okay. You're not inspiring
Okay.
a lot of confidence.
Oh no, God no, this is incredibly dangerous. Look, don't
Keep
don't
me
worry.
alive, okay?
I'm gonna. She's been very, like, you can tell she's in a, like, quipping, joking, trying to take the nerves off, but all that falls. Look, I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Because, at that point, Silix, you walk in on what you can only assume is Verona about to dissect Verity.
The inquisitive Silix.
Hello again.
Shit.
Don't
Immediately,
worry,
I
it's fine, I consent.
Consent to this?
I'm gonna cut Magdalene out.
Hi, kid. It's been a little bit.
It has,
Is that yours? Points.
in a matter of speaking.
She takes a step. You can tell immediately her fight or flight instinct is being set off. She so desperately wants to run.
Listen,
Don't worry, you can.
You do the
Don't worry,
thing-
Silix is fine. You can start.
you do the thing you were going to do with
Winces.
Verity. I'm going to do the thing that I was going to do with this Lightbringer. And we can hash out the very obvious tension between us after we do all that. Cool?
Very big sigh of relief. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were gonna go for the jugular.
If you had talked to me maybe 3 days ago, I probably would. But things are happening very fast.
Thank you for your understanding.
Oh, you still have a shit ton of explaining to do.
Wince. Like, just like, you can feel every word you say is driving a nail into her back.
Alex is going to pick up the Lightbringer and bring it like up into like this place behind that letter.
You can see Verona immediately, like, starts moving panels around, giving you a nice isolated space to work.
Awesome sauce.
Uh,
I just said
but
awesome
yeah,
sauce.
you
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 just said
can
it.
you can tell that, like, this woman has been terrified of talking to any of you on the station.
Mm. Yeah, so I'm just gonna bring
As you
Got
bring
it.
this, it's like up here in this. It's like this little corner.
the
As I will. As I will bring you back here.
All right.
And you are given. Let's do some more. I know. I'm gonna use the Warhammer OST.
I love Warhammer.
You feel your mind expand and stretch out like a large web, connecting you to these other minds. Where do you go?
Go to the glitched one.
A single distorted signal as it races through, and I will bring us there. Before you fully arrive, there is a large tension in the air as you see at the entrance of this place a unknown member of the Songbirds of Steel walk their way in. It's Kyle.
My goat,
Uh,
Kyle!
The ones that were here before, those are the corpses. There are more people gathered around. Like, there's people passing through. As this woman takes another step forward, she makes eye contact with you, Rain. And as the robes fall from her face, you see what she looks like. Dearest sister, I believe we need to have a talk. And that is where we will end this session.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh!
Fucking mind. Alright.
Oh, good work, everybody!
And
God damn it, that was meant to be as Kyle. You switched too fast.